Zekuru is saying, since you're into cryptocurrencies and NFTs, okay, define being into, because like I just being into, I'm not obsessed about them. I just have my own theories about them. Like it's not like I'm not one of those, because for some people this has turned into a religion, and I've seen how dogmatic some people have become about blockchain as a whole. And also, why you're saying cryptocurrencies and NFTs? Just say blockchain, right? Because it's not just cryptocurrencies and NFTs. It's just like the entire thing, and it's beyond NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Just blockchain as a whole, blockchain technology as a whole. Okay, but yeah, again, like I'm not like one of those people who think like have is dogmatically thinking that this is like. I think it's a cool technology that is going to have some utility. I'm not one of those people that think like this is the messiah and it's just going to liberate humanity, and this is like it's like basically worshiping those people who like seem to be worshiping blockchain right now. Like I'm not like one of those guys, right? Okay, yeah, so you're clarifying, saying I mean that you know something about them even if not much. Okay, cool. All right, so could you tell us, so given that your question is, could you tell us how that would work if by any chance cryptocurrencies replace banks in the near future? Debt and taxes make the rich richer. Debt and taxes make the rich richer. Without debt and taxes, you wouldn't have civilization. I don't understand. Like debt and taxes make the rich richer. Yeah, they also make the poor richer. They also provide. They also make civilization possible. Like you need debt and taxes. I don't know how you're gonna not have debt and taxes. And I don't know how you think cryptocurrencies are going to be responsible for ending like any of that. At the end of the day, debt and taxes are can be can existing as long as there's any form of measuring wealth, whatever that form of measurement is. It will just it's kind of like asking, I don't know, like what are what is the if we switch the measurement of liquids from liters to gallons, how are we going to fuel our cars? Like how, like, well, they're just being measured in a different way. So it's like that the essence of it, like the process. So, and for example, right, let's say first of all, I'm not sure this your question also comes with the assumption that cryptocurrencies are going to replace replace banks. I don't think, I don't that's an assumption that I've never made. Cryptocurrencies could make banks evolve into providing different services or newer services or having different functions, or things, or things that we didn't call banks before are now providing the same services as banks, or those services are being provided in a different way. Okay, but with or without banks, or with the definition of bank changing, or with the current banks just providing different kinds of services, whatever happens, the taxes and debt doesn't have to go away. Like the whole nature of taxing is that this is what you have, you give this much of it to whatever's managing the system, so the system can use those resources to continue managing the system, right? Again, see, I replace even the word government with management, or and society with system, because it could be anything. And at the end of the day, that would be a tax, right? You could not call it a tax, but at the end of the day, there's some resources that need to go to whoever is at the top of the management, or whatever the management system is, for it to be able to do the managing that it's doing, and that would effectively be taxed. I don't know, it might look differently, it might be measured differently, it might be carried out differently, but that would effectively be taxed, right? And debt will also not go away at any point. Like any project that needs resources, given the future potential of that project, resources from one place is going to be moved to fund the taking place of this project, with the hope of its future generation of cash flow, or at that point, I don't know if you want to call it cash, whatever potential, with the hope of the potential outcome that it was going to have, and calculating for the risk of that potential outcome not taking place. You will replace resources from one place to another, from one safe place to a riskier place, with the valuation, while calculating the valuation of this project based on the potential outcome it's going to have and the risk associated with that potential outcome, right? And if you move resources from one place to another place for a project to take place, that's effectively debt. That's effectively borrowing from somebody someplace and lending it to another place. Like, you might want to call it something else, but that is effectively debt. How could you not have debt? Any form of moving of resources from the outcome of what project, whatever the owner of that project, of that resources is, if you move it from one place to another place, and that the new owner now gets this this cash or there's resources or wealth or whatever you want to call it to carry out a new project, that will be debt. So how are you ever going to remove that? Like, if you remove that, new projects will never start. The entire economy will halt. So this is not going to stop that. I think your understanding of tax and debt as this monstrous thing is naive and simplistic. Like, without these things, nothing will function. Let me see what you're saying. Let me see. Debt and taxes make, you're saying debt and taxes make people rich if they know how to use it, which is sadly not the case with most middle class poor people even today. Debt and taxes, if they stop existing, we will starve to death. New projects will not start. Like, it's not you. I think you're misunderstanding how deep rooted, like how these are functions that we need for anything to take place. Like, this is not like, oh, this, you're thinking like just personal debt and just like personal finance and stuff like that. If we don't have the ability for people to go in debt and lend money, and for projects will not start, investment will halt, without taxes, governments will collapse. Like, this is not like something that, I saw some people suffering here because of some miscalculation, so this is an evil thing. This seemingly evil thing is crucial for any economy to function at all, not even a little bit, at all.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.